evening. It's the Tonny and Tim show. I'm Tonny.
And I'm Tim.
Welcome back from that very brilliant weekend of football. Interesting stuff. We had the biggest of games on Sunday afternoon. Chelsea taking on a Liverpool side that probably looked a bit tired from that Champions League trip to Rome like we had anticipated.
Yes, Tony, Liverpool showing their frailties there and looking very, very tired in this game. Liverpool looked good, Tony, in the first 10-20 minutes. We saw that attempt by Mane that was parried away.
A big
yeah,
shot.
It was a good strike from him. But after that, we saw Liverpool dipping, and they just kept dipping. Mohamed Salah was not seen. Fabinho tried pushing hard, but still it was not working. Of course, it was a patched midfield. We saw Trent Arnold playing in the midfield. So the entire Liverpool structure did not look up to speed, and they lost the game 1-0.
And of course, is this a kind of performance where we shall say that Conte's men were very good, or was it that Liverpool was poor on the day? Because we saw that there was a brilliant goal from Giroud, very brilliant header. We know he's one of the best headers of the game. But we saw also positive performances from players like Eden Hazard, who I think probably put in his best performance against the top 6 sides this season. He was very, very central to all that Chelsea did. But Liverpool players almost looking like a shadow of themselves. This is a team that should be pushing for second place.
Yes, Tony, they should be pushing for second place. But just like you said, that what was the approach into this game? And I thought Conte took the tactics right. He played a 3-man midfield. I saw Bakayoko by there, who played a bit better than we always
usually does.
Bakayoko this. But every time Liverpool got to the midfield, it seems they didn't have that energy. I was looking at some of the tackles where Kante was able to pinch the ball away from these Liverpool guys. But still, I think Chelsea, though looked the weaker side in this game, were able to get the goal, and 1-0 now brings them back, Tony, into the mix, whereby they need to win their 2 games and rival Liverpool on points, or even go above Liverpool if Liverpool mess up.
Even Spurs.
Yes, and even Tottenham, by the way. So this puts more pressure on Liverpool and Tottenham going to the last two games or 1 game.
In terms of looking into next season, because we all know that Chelsea right now they're pushing for top 4 spot.
Yep.
If they fail to do that and falter in any of their next games, or if their other rivals, Liverpool and Tottenham, keep winning, then they might find it hard to get that into that top 4. That puts them in the Europa League.
Yep.
In terms of personnel,
Yep.
does Chelsea have the right personnel that the new manager has to use? Are there some of these players in Chelsea that we probably need to, the new manager would be looking to get out?
Yes, Tony, of course, the host of players, but you don't want to mention names of who these players can be, because one manager might see this player needs to go out, another
might change the shape.
Yes, that player needs to stay in. We've seen with Fellaini in Man United, Mourinho came in and thought maybe we won't use him, but he looked to be the pinnacle of Man United. So it's a very tricky question, this, but it depends on where Chelsea is going to end. Will it be in the Champions League or the Europa League? That's only way you can determine who has to go and who has to stay, Tony.
In terms of the coach that comes in next, what are the indications? Because we all know that Antonio Conte is going out certainly this season. Who is the right manager for this Chelsea squad? We see that they have a slightly higher average age when you look at most of the players that especially are in the first 11, the likes of Fabregas have clocked 30.
Yep.
The likes of Eden Hazard are getting into their peak times. When you look around at the young players, you don't seem to be finding a lot in the Chelsea side.
No, Tony, actually the Chelsea team, this could be their best season, because all these guys are wearing out and they need an overhaul in the entire team, strike line, midfield, even defense. They have all guys there. You would ask yourself, if they go into Europa, will Allegri accept to come and coach them? I don't think so. So who is the coach coming? So we shall determine only maybe after the Premier League has ended.
And of course, for Liverpool, they certainly have to look at their final fixture with a lot of optimism, knowing that a win there will make them hold on to that third spot.
Yep.
We now know that they are slightly a bit behind Manchester United, but they must hold on to that third spot. Is now getting a bit tricky. They have 2 weeks after that to prepare for the final Champions League final in Ukraine. So that's certainly something that Jurgen Klopp and his charges should be looking at. They don't have a midweek game like the rest of the teams, so they should be looking to galvanize that third place. They didn't have a very good performance, but we know that they certainly can hold on to third place.
Yes, Tony, they certainly can hold on to the third place. They have proven this several times before. But the performances Liverpool is giving now are very key to the final, and I don't think Klopp will be happy to look at themselves being beaten as they prepare for a giant.
Beaten by a big club.
Yeah, in Madrid. So they must win their last game and give Madrid something to think about as they go for the final.
Of course, it was very interesting there. Jurgen Klopp with a lot of passion on the touchline, but his Chargers unable to get any kind of result from Stamford Bridge. We knew that it had been a very good hunting ground for them. But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the rest of the action as it unfolded around the league. We'll be right back.